Yeah, hi. I just wanted to. There's been a lot of questions regarding how do you know if R is working, um, and the truth is when it's working, you'll know. So I just wanted to get you as long as you've installed and highly recommend you install the current version of R, which is the 4.3.2. Reinstall. It's always good to have the updated version of RStudio. Um, you can skip the tools if you're a Mac. I have it installed on mine, but it works. It'll work without the Mac. The Mac will work without the tools. But then you can just run this chunk and get all of the packages installed. It takes a little bit of time. You have to watch the down here at the bottom. You have to watch the cursor. That at one point it's going to prompt you to type Y for yes to continue installing, and then at that point you can run this chunk to get Tidyverse and development tools. Everything at this point is you only have to do the first time. Going forward, then you would open it up and it'll be ready to run. We have adjusted your. You do have to go through, hit session, set working directory, choose directory, and then click on downloads, and that'll now be your working directory. Um, so anything in your downloads, or if you put it in another folder, you can just browse to that folder. And at this point, you can skip clearing the environment, and then here is where I'd bring in the makeup. So you should have this makeup.csv file in your download folder or wherever your working directory is. You hit run the chunk. So run the current chunk. When I say run the chunk, that's that green arrow. You see it brought the file in right here. You can click on it to see data looks good. And then this is how it feels when it's running well. You have to run this chunk or the because this is converting your date to a date, from a character to a date. Uh, I guess integer instead of a character. It's a format instead of a character. It's now a date, and see if that's correct. And then here's the table that is showing you the first 6 rows, and it is showing. Originally, it shows date as a character. We reran it here, and you can see date is now a date function. And from this point forward, everything you can hit the chunk, and this is giving you this summary by person. We'll spend some time going through the formula so you can see this is I explained it in the first class, but it's using the pipe function, which is part of Tidyverse, and then you're grouping by name, which is the column header, and then you're summarizing by, this is the name that we're giving it right here, total by person. In fact, so if I were to change it here in that part there and then run it, you can see it's just changing the column header, and it's summing the dollars, which should match exactly what we did before in the Excel version when we were the previous week. And this is looking starting date, specific dates. Since we ran 2 separate groups here, it gives you an output for each one. So here's the first one. This is total by person, and then they're both total by person. It's two different ways of running the same data. So and we can review this later. And then this is all the challenge questions. There's 15 challenge questions. They're all in this one big huge chunk, and you can click on, you run the whole thing, and each one gives you an output. And here this is returns. We'll look through the formula, but this is how you know it's running, and it should continue to be this smooth. So it's a little hard getting set up, and I think we've done a pretty good job getting that set up. But all of these are direct outputs. We're going to spend some time Wednesday and the following Monday trying to understanding the code of what's being asked, and also how do you repurpose some existing code so that you don't have to go through and reinvent it every time. But the outputs are as this smooth, for the purposes of the whether it's the exam or the group project. We can get once you get the code right, you can run it. You can copy the code like this, Control C, paste it into the Word document, and the outputs. You can either do a clip, or you can actually just go through, copy like that, and paste it, or use a clipping tool. In this case, just copy it like that and paste it. So anyways, just a quick video. Rest assured, so far we've gotten everyone up and running that has not been able to get up and running. If your R is not working yet, let me know. Let's spend some time and get it set up so we're ready to hit the ground running on Wednesday. Thanks.